one of the ones that stuck out for me that has to do with this part of the show was Mr. Alapata, John Seckinger.
Mm-hmm.
He writes, "We are not regulars on the show. However, due to this experience, we will definitely be there more. We were impressed with the organization, the focus, and professionalism shown by the JWB organization, and especially the employees, in parentheses, team members, we met. We had plenty of nightmare experiences with property management companies and now have a good idea of how doing it right looks. JWB has their act together and we were impressed. Doing it right is JWB. The cream on the cake were the investors we met. It was truly a refreshing and great time. We appreciate everyone we met and look forward to expanding friendships. Thank you all." That's an investor, like I feel like this idea of the value of the team is most understood by folks that have done this before without JWB, right? It's hard for me and my wife to like have a comparison to it because we've never done it before.
Right.
But to folks like John who come here and see this operation, I think they're the ones like you really, really get it when you have this tour and you meet the team and all that stuff.
I agree completely. Yeah. And it was really wonderful because I don't know how familiar John was with JWB overall, but John really had no familiarity with the community before. But when you walked into this summit, it was like you were walking into a big giant Lee Bishop bear hug is what it was. Yeah. And John and his wife immediately felt that. And it was this safe place. And I don't know if we'll get to read some of the other testimonials that we have here, but I heard things of like, listen, in real estate communities, it doesn't always feel like people are rooting for each other. But as soon as you walked into the summit, I know John felt it because he mentioned it, and I know others felt it. We're all on the same team. We can win together. Yeah. And this concept of a safe place where you feel like everybody can win together is so hard to find in today's world. And I think that's what attracts folks here.
Agreed, man. Agreed. So that was awesome, man. I think what stood out to me in our, I only got to be part of the tour of us talking about it, but it's going back to that origin story of us getting together and your idea being when people spend time with the team, they get it. Yeah. And that is essentially what this whole effort has been. This show, this community that has led to events, right? Like Nadeem is saying, suggestion that's next summit to be 3 days. Surprise, surprise, Nadeem. We've already talked about that this morning, my friend. So
we have.
We're going to talk a little bit about that stuff, but it should be cool. But yes, it makes perfect sense. The more time you spend here, the more you get to know the different members of the team, the more obvious it is that this is a place that you trust, and trust begets competency. So like now they understand, oh, okay, so all these stats and all these different headlines and all the great accomplishments make sense because I know the people doing it, and it helps you rationalize it. So I thought that was great.